Philadelphia, Pennsylvania is home to countless historic sites and well-known tourist destinations. Independence Hall is where the Declaration of Independence was signed. When Philadelphia was the nation's capital, George Washington and John Adams both resided here in the presidential mansion during their respective terms. Reading Terminal Market is home to unique shops, popular restaurants, and a diverse mix of groups and cultures. The famous art museum and steps featured in the Rocky films is right next to Philadelphia's historic Fairmount Waterworks, which opened in 1815. No longer operational, the building now hosts weddings and other events because of its picturesque architecture and scenery. From here, you can see a location most famously known for its colorful lights along the river, Boathouse Row. Unfortunately, in early September 2021, Philadelphia and the surrounding area experienced the wrath of Hurricane Ida. As the Schuylkill River rose, I-76 flooded with water to heights never seen before. Gas pumps were submerged underwater and flooding closed the Vine Street Expressway from Broad Street to the river. In Manayunk, a moat floated around an apartment complex while cars under JFK Boulevard drowned in the flood. Boathouse Row, right along the Schuylkill, was not spared.
By far, this is the worst I've seen. I've been here, I think, since 2002, and I live right around the corner. I've been down here for all the floods. I've never seen anything near this. This is by far higher than it's ever been. What I expected was a normal flood. Let's call it a normal flood, nothing of biblical nature. But then as the day wore on Wednesday, the predictions for much more became more apparent. And I guess it didn't sink into us until it was a little too late. We were well into the raining of Wednesday night.
After taking in the damage from Hurricane Ida and working to get the bays cleaned up, John noticed that the house's air conditioning also felt the effects of the flood. That's where ECI Comfort came in. So over here we can see the 4 air conditioner units that were all destroyed in the flood. The levels rose up above here and also got into the garage over here that we'll take a look at in a second. John, if you want to tell me a little bit about this spot out here.
This was a very historic flood. We've never come anywhere close, and like Joe said, we'll look at the levels in there. But these units were all completely underwater. We've never seen flooding this bad.
So over here, John, if you can explain to me how high the water came up.
Yeah, so the water was just short of this door threshold. Hurricane Irene was here, and then there was another one in 2014 was there. So it was never, these bays here was never more than, maybe knee, thigh deep. And this one was, I was gasping for air here.
Yeah. So not only were the air conditioning units destroyed, but there was a lot of damage to the boats and the stone integrity inside this garage bay as well.
Yeah, it ripped the, well, you can see those temporary pilings. It ripped structural supports right off the wall. The boats actually rose with the flooding and destroyed all the racks. All those racks are new temporary racks we built.
And all this damage was from the storm with
all from the storm.
With
Never saw anything like it.
Those tornadoes.
So as the boats filled, there was nowhere for them to go. So they just crushed against the racks above them until they finally collapsed, and then collapsed the racks. I got this door to open, things were just flying out into the river.
Crazy.
Yeah.
In an older building like this, to find a way for a cooling solution becomes really hard. To design ductwork or some kind of system conventionally to fit in this space without major renovations is a really difficult process. In order to maintain the integrity of the building but still find a cooling solution, over here behind me you can see one of 5 Mitsubishi Ductless Mini-splits. This unit is perfect for cooling a space of any size. As in this older building, there was originally 5 units that were installed a little bit improperly with long line sets, and during the flood from Hurricane Ida, it caused the units to all burn out. So in the replacement of these units, we relocated them, shortened the line sets, and allow for a better and longer life. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of ECI's YouTube channel. If you liked what you saw, would like to follow up with this project or see our projects in the future, please click to like, subscribe, and follow our channel. See you soon.